This video continues the Network Defenses section. This is the fourth video, DNS Monitoring. Here are the topics: privacy and DNS, and then DNS monitoring in SCAPI. Every time you go to a web page or connect to a server, you use its domain name, and that domain name is resolved by the DNS system. The DNS system simply sends a plain text packet over your network to the DNS server saying, "Where is the domain I wish to reach?" which then replies telling you the IP address. Again, nothing about this traffic is encrypted or signed or protected in any way, so it can be forged, and it can also be read by anyone who can detect it. There is a non-standard enhancement called DNS Crypt available, but almost nobody uses it, and there are not even any common tools that work very well to do it. So everyone is still using good old-fashioned plain text DNS. This is bad for your privacy, but it's good for corporate security officers. If we want to know if people are playing games or doing anything else inappropriate at work, you can just monitor the DNS traffic, and it will tell you who made the resolution, and it'll give you their IP address so you can find out which of your employees are doing things they shouldn't be doing. So this is easy. Again, we'll do it in two stages. The first script will just take every packet and run this find DNS script, which simply prints out information about the DNS packet. And then after we see that information, we'll craft a more careful script to get just the information we want. So in another window, just ping any server, and in order to ping the server, it has to do a DNS resolution, and this script will show you. The summary here has a nice summary of the DNS query, what domain is being visited, and the fields include a lot of information that's not very interesting. The only thing we care about is the IP source address here. So a better DNS monitoring script will just print out those specific fields, the IP source and then the DNS. That's all we have to do. And now you get a nice log of which IP address went to which domain, and you can search through that to find out what people are doing on your network. So let's watch that happen. For this one, we need only one Kali Linux machine. Here's the DNS monitor. I get rid of the colors. I think I can make it a little bigger too. All right, so all we do is find DNS, and for every DNS packet, print a summary line and then a list of every fields, just as we've done before. So if I run that with Python, it's now monitoring my DNS traffic. And if I go to my other window and I ping something, like msn.com, it may have had that in a cache, but it didn't. Good, that's what I wanted to see. So here's the DNS request. That's the answer. Let's just work with the request here for the moment. There's another answer. Let me scroll back. Here's a DNS question record. All right. And what I'm looking for is the summary. This is, by the way, exactly why we need to make a better script, because you get a long, confusing lot of output out of this script. There is a DNS query finding msn.com, and instead of printing out pages of unnecessary information, I really just want this source address and that query all on one line. So let's look at the cleaner script, which is DNSMon2, and get rid of the colors. And you see here, now it's going to print just the source address and the summary and nothing else for every DNS packet. So if you run that one, DNSMon2, oops, got to spell it better, DNSMon2, my goodness. There we go. Now it's monitoring. And if I go here and ping some other domain, like yahoo.com, all right, now I get nice simple lines. This person went to Yahoo, got an answer, and that's what I wanted to show you, a simple DNS monitoring system. In the next video, we'll have a challenge to detect router advertisements.